very few names in the extensive canon of literary history that have the same deep resonance as Gibran Khalil Gibran. As we are celebrating the 100th anniversary of his timeless masterpiece, The Prophet, we are invited to take an enlightening journey through the life, relationships, and body of work of this remarkable luminary. This voyage promises to reveal not just the depths of Gibran's genius, but also the timeless universality of his thoughts, providing guidance on the shared human experience. Come along as we explore the fascinating life of Gibran Khalil Gibran, a journey that is both temporally and spatially imbued with the timeless resonance of knowledge and enlightenment.
I have learned silence from the talkative, tolerance from the intolerant, and kindness from the unkind. Yet strange, I am ungrateful to those teachers.
Born on January 6, 1883, in the town of Bisheri, which is tucked away in the rough beauty of Lebanon's Mount Lebanon range, was Gibran Khalil Gibran. Growing up in a household of Maronite Christians, Gibran was deeply immersed in the diverse cultural fabric of his native country. His spirit found solace in the ethereal whispers of the cedar trees against this backdrop of ageless landscapes and old traditions, whose everlasting presence filled his surroundings with a sense of holiness and awe. From the cradle of his birthplace, Gibran's voyage took place among the dramatic contrasts of Lebanon's landscape. The colorful valleys contrasted with the desolate, parched deserts. Every season presented a symphony of contrasts that shaped his worldview and gave his artistic sensibility a depth that came from deep reflection. Gibran's soul found inspiration and comfort in the overwhelming embrace of nature, which set the stage for a lifetime investigation of truth, beauty, and the human condition. Gibran has viewed the world with the critical eyes of an artist. Each breeze carries the sounds of nature's symphony, and every sunrise paints a fresh picture on the horizon. In the middle of this beauty, he discovered how to untangle the complex web of life and discover beauty in the unlikeliest of places. His inspiration came from the peaceful valleys and craggy rocks. They kindled a desire in him to express life in all its simplicity. Gibran's essence revealed itself as a poet before anything else in matters of the heart. It was restless and longing for the comfort of similar spirits, whose presence shone light on the shadows of his isolation.
Love one another, but make not a bond of love. Let it rather be a moving sea between the shores of your souls.
Dalida was one of these radiant spirits. Her beauty and intelligence had captured Gibran's attention since their first meeting. Some of his most moving and eerie poems were inspired by her. She was more than just a muse, she was a lighthouse. Their intense and passionate love wasn't without its challenges. While Gibran was enmeshed in the vibrant spirit of New York City, May lived in the bustling streets of Cairo, Egypt, separated by great physical distance and burdened by cultural differences. Even though there was a huge geographical divide between them, they were connected beyond distance and time. Their hearts beat in unison despite the seas separating them, and their souls blended together in a transcendent dance that was unconstrained by physical limitations. Their relationship served as a tribute to the enduring strength of love, which is a force that is unaffected by boundaries. Gibran and May crafted a story of enduring commitment by navigating the challenges of longing and desire through the depths of their affection.
Your pain is the breaking of the shell that encloses your understanding.
Driven by an unquenchable desire for knowledge and purpose, Gibran set out on a spiritual journey that would become the focal point of his life's work. He took inspiration from the age-old knowledge of mystics and sages, and set out on a mission to uncover the holy essence that lay dormant within every human being. By removing the layers of existence, he traveled the world with unshakable resolve, his footsteps resonating across the busy avenues of global cities. and the sacred halls of old temples. Basking in the wonders of the cosmos and seeking communion with the ancients who had gone before him, Gibran submerged himself in the shadow of Egypt's magnificent pyramids, and amid the murmurs of ancient hieroglyphs, he drank from the fountain of knowledge, slaked his thirst for wisdom as he proceeded to study the ancient esoteric teachings. Seeking to gain understanding of the nature of reality and the human predicament, Gibran pursued the companionship of wise men and thinkers in a variety of settings, including the peaceful seclusion of mountain monasteries and the ethereal charm of Parisian salons. Gibran created an invitation for his readers to go on a path of self-awareness and enlightenment through his works. With every word that he wrote, he lighted the inner road that took readers to the pinnacles of spiritual realization and the depths of their own existence. His writing, laced with the wisdom of the centuries, was a lighthouse in a world of shadows, providing comfort to weary spirits and hope to those who dared to dream. Readers discovered in Gibran's words not only a path to enlightenment, but also a mirror reflecting the timeless truths hidden in the human soul.
Your children are not your children. They are the sons and daughters of life's longing for itself.
As Gibran's life was coming to an end, he gave the world his masterpiece, which is a powerful illustration of the human spirit's tenacity and the ageless pursuit of wisdom. In an uncertain world, The Prophet, a collection of poetry essays read aloud by the mysterious Al-Mustafa, shone as a light of wisdom. Gibran invited readers on a voyage of self-discovery and contemplation by weaving a tapestry of profound insight and ageless wisdom into each line. It debuted subtly in the literary world, but quickly won over readers' hearts everywhere, going on to become one of the 20th century's best-selling novels. The fact that Gibran wrote this masterpiece in English, even though Arabic is his native tongue, is really amazing. It shows how talented and appealing he is as a writer. With 26 poetic essays, The Prophet tells the captivating story of Al-Mustafa, a prophet who is about to return to his own country, and shares timeless insights on some of the most important life lessons, including love, marriage, work, and freedom. Its appeal is found in its capacity to cut over cultural barriers and strike a chord with readers everywhere. The Prophet has been translated into more than 50 languages, confirming its standing as a beloved literary classic, cherished by generations. The ageless relevance of The Prophet captivates readers of all ages and ethnicities, its attraction transcending the confines of time and space. Its lyrics mirror the universal truths at the core of the human experience. Like an eternal masterwork reverberating through the passages of time, Gibran communicated great insight on a wide range of subjects, from the challenges of love and marriage to the pursuit of truth and liberation. Through the persona of Al-Mustafa, every passage is a mirror reflecting the darkest corners of the human psyche, providing comfort to the weary traveler and direction to those navigating the rough seas of life.
I have come to give you life, and life in abundance.
Gibran's words resonate with people of all ages and backgrounds because they are a timeless reminder of the inherent beauty and complexity of the human experience. He captured the essence of life in poetic writing in The Prophet, providing a roadmap to enlightenment and a ray of hope in an uncertain world. Kahlil Gibran left behind a literary legacy rich in profound knowledge and exquisite poetry. Among his best-known works are Sand and Foam, a compilation of proverbs that shed light on the human condition, and The Broken Wings, a moving book that explores themes of love and sacrifice. Jesus, the Son of Man, is a poetic retelling of the life and teachings of Jesus Christ, while Gibran's poetry collections, such as The Garden of the Prophet and The Voice of the Master, highlight his mastery of language and depth of thought. Gibran's literary works persistently motivate readers globally, enticing them to delve into the enigmas of life and the splendor of the human spirit. Gibran's timeless masterwork never fails to elevate and inspire people, and his words serve as a beacon of hope for anybody looking for freedom, love, and the truth amid the complicated web of life.
Save my Lebanon! Let my Lebanon remain a house for humanity, a place for beauty, a sanctuary for the saints, and a temple for the gods.
When we reflect on the life of Gibran Khalil Gibran and the lasting influence he had on the globe, we cannot help but notice the enormous influence that one person can have on the path of history. Time has not diminished the reverberating resonance of his words, which serve as a painful reminder of the timeless wisdom that transcends all chronological boundaries. Gibran's observations, made more than a century ago, are still profoundly relevant in today's constantly changing world. Gibran's lessons emerge as a strong beacon, guiding humanity through the depths of doubt in the midst of today's turbulent waters. His deep legacy endures through the years, imbuing successive generations with a strong sense of justice, love, and compassion. He is ranked as the third best-selling poet of all time. Let's use the timeless wisdom of Khalil Gibran as a guide as we move forward to help us navigate life's challenges with grace and purpose. To preserve his legacy and keep his light message shining on the road to a happier and more peaceful world, we commit to upholding the timeless values of empathy, compassion, and unity.
When you know who you are, you can't help but let go. You know no one's right, you know you